How can farmers' children help them?
They ask their well-educated son or daughter to move out of farming. I've seen personally many farmers telling that, do whatever you want but don't get into farming. They are not successful in farming. They think farming can never be profitable. That is wrong. Soil testing is something which is not being done by farmers. If I know my soil, then I will decide what to grow there. Imagine if they can come and sell their own produce in the market, how much more money they can do. I even tried my best to change my father. I can't change my father completely, but I can participate. Learn your roots. When you learn about farming, you'll develop more interest. Small changes will actually fetch you big income. Can you imagine how much he earns from 1 acre land? 1 crore rupee per year from 1 acre land.
There's a saying that king's son becomes a king, beggar's son becomes a beggar, entrepreneur's son becomes an entrepreneur. But this saying is no more valid. Well, in today's world, whatsoever a person is doing, their children might not follow their profession. So if we talk about the biggest profession in our country, that is agriculture, farmers' sons are not doing farming. But how can farmers' children help them be a better farmer? So let's talk about this topic with our CEO and founder, Mr. C.S. Sudhir. This is a series of videos which we have specially got for you all to enhance your knowledge as well as give you a lot of insights. Hello, sir. Welcome again.
Thank you.
So now, as we spoke about this earlier also, how agripreneurship should be the thing when it comes to farming now. Now let's stick to the first basic question here. How can farmers' children help them?
So I think most importantly here, many farmers commit this mistake. They ask their well-educated son or daughter to move out of farming.
Yes.
They say, okay, don't do this. I've seen personally many farmers telling that, do whatever you want but don't get into farming.
But why would they say that?
See, this is primarily because these farmers, they are not successful. Because they are not successful, they think this can't be done profitably. They are not successful in farming. They think farming can never be profitable. That is wrong. So it is like this, right? I keep giving this example of a shark fish. There was a professor who wanted to do a small survey, so study. So he got a fish tank, then he poured water into that, and then he dropped one shark fish into it, pretty big one. And then he started dropping small fishes into the same fish tank. Shark fish, it saw these small fishes around, it attacked them, ate them in no time. But then what he did, he placed a transparent, glass partition in between the fish tank. So now what happens? There are two parts to this fish tank. One part with the shark fish, the other one empty. So now what he did, he placed all these small fishes inside that empty one. So now what has happened, one side you have shark, the other side small fishes. Shark fish saw these, small fishes because of this transparent separation, the fence. So then it started attacking that small fishes. But it went and hit the glass partition, came back. Again went and hit the glass partition, came back. Did it for multiple times. Then it realized, oh, I can't eat these small fishes anymore. There's a partition between me and them.
Yes.
Then what he did, after a day, the professor removed the glass partition. After that, these small fishes were flowing around this shark fish. Even then, he didn't try to eat them, right? That's the same mistakes farmers are committing today. What are they doing? Oh, my grandfather was doing farming. It didn't work for him. I've been doing for 30 years. I did everything. It didn't work for me. So my son, daughter can't change it. Let them not get into farming. That's wrong. Things have changed. There's new technology. There are new crops. Unfortunately, in India, I think Indian farmers are growing those crops which gives them the less price, the lowest price. Like ragi, paddy, wheat. It doesn't make a farmer profitable. So I think that way, just to tell you about, how these educated children can help the parents. Anyway, I come from a farming background. The first thing I did is I made farming easy for my father.
What did you grow?
First, we grow arecanut plant. We have got arecanut plantation. I still remember my father used to be busy whole year. But today, if you see, my father works for not more than 15 days in a year.
15 days in 1 year.
In a year. Of course, he's 62 now, so but I wanted him to be very free, right? So just 15 days in a year. So what we've done is we have got road inside the plantation. So all vehicles can go inside the plantation. Everything is easy now. So otherwise what used to happen earlier, we used to only have laborers carrying manure and other things. Now it's easy. Vehicles go inside, dump it inside the plantation, it's easy. Second thing, the irrigation system. You just have to switch it on, switch it off, it takes care. The number 3, what we have done is, we don't harvest it, harvesting we outsource.
Okay.
And the manure and other work, what we used to do almost 6 months in a year, in parts, we do it one stretch, continuous 1 week, we have done with it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these things, you make the farming easy.
Easy.
So I think that's very important. A lot of these farmers are not aware of it, similar way. I think the first area where these kids can help the parents is choosing the right crop.
Choosing the right crop.
Soil testing is something which is not being done by farmers. If I know my climate, if I know my soil, then I will decide what to grow there. I don't know it. I don't know the temperature. I don't know what works in my climate. I don't know what works in my soil. So I think these educated children can help their parents understand the soil better, understand the climate better, and then to decide what crop to grow, which gives them better income. This is something which is not known to many farmers. That's why even today we've got these conventional crops. The second area where they have to help here is whatever is being grown, how are they growing it? The farming methodology.
Farming methodology.
Absolutely, that's super important, right? See, today what happens, as a farmer, I still use these old traditional farming methodologies. If I can use new technologies, say for example, organic manure is what I need.
Yes.
Farmers used to produce in their farm. It's very time consuming, laborious job. And unfortunately today we have labor shortage there. So instead you can buy it. Organic manure is available in the market.
Yes.
Right? Or the simple technologies, motorized machines, which can help them reduce time and reduce the
effort.
dependency on labor, right? And the next thing here is, once I decide farming methodology, when I say even farming methodology, irrigation is one big thing, not known to people. The other thing which is very important here is, a lot of government subsidy schemes which are available for farmers are being consumed by bureaucrats and politicians and their patalam.
Okay.
They're basically their immediate relatives and network, because they don't let the farmers know about these subsidies available. So what we need to do is, all these educated kids, if they can study what's available for farmers, maybe a subsidy or a loan scheme, and educate them, easily they'll be able to grab it, which means they get more money at no cost. A lot of government schemes are available for farmers, but they are not even aware of it.
Actually, there are a lot of farmers in our country who do not even know how to use a smartphone. But obviously their children do. So even on Freedom app, we have so many times talked about this, that farmers' children are watching the app to watch the courses.
So we should be having, I think, about 35 plus courses on all the government schemes and subsidies. If they study it and go back and educate their parents, this is how to apply for this scheme, this is how to apply for this subsidy, go ahead, apply for it. Obviously their parents will get some money.
Yes.
Right? And the next thing here is, whatever I produce, should I sell it raw as it is, or should I process it? That's where our agripreneurship series of courses comes into play.
Actually, this is the biggest problem for the farmers of India. They do not know where to sell their produce and how to, make byproducts of their produce and
Absolutely. So I think if that can be done by farmers, then they will obviously increase their income. For example, things like a farmer who's growing coconut. Now the tender coconut is being sold from the farm at maybe 14 rupee, 12 rupee, depends on different cities, 12, 14 rupee per piece. But the same tender coconut in Bangalore, we pay 40, 45 rupees.
In Delhi, it's 55
rupees, right?
Yeah.
Why are they not getting the price? It is because farmers' sons are now working with other companies, or they are working as auto drivers.
They do not want to stay in the villages.
Imagine if they can come and sell their own produce in the market, how much more money they can do. Or can they probably make it packaged tender coconut water?
Yeah. Maybe they can become the distributors.
Absolutely. They can set up a
Retailers.
plant. And in fact, now there is something called Farmers Producers Organizations, FPOs. Government of India gives subsidy to set up this. There are schemes under which these FPOs can avail these grants and buy machineries, tools, or even set up processing units. A lot of subsidies available. But unfortunately, farmers are not aware of it. So probably, see, you can't go back and change a 50-year-old farmer. You can't change a 60-year-old farmer. But what you can change is, you can change the son. See, I even tried my best to change my father. I can't change my father completely, but I can participate. When I tell him, see, let's not use pesticides in my farm-going farmer. Let's not use chemical fertilizers in the farm-going farmer. Let's set up the road. Let's set up the complete irrigation system. He was happy with it. He has seen the results of it.
Yes.
So I think that's the way we have to participate. In fact, I always talk about this. See, there was a story which was narrated by Manohar Parrikar sir, the Goa CM, ex-CM, the ex-defense minister, the late Manohar Parrikar sir. Manohar Parrikar sir, as you know, is from Goa. He was studying in Goa, and after his 12th standard, he went to IIT. When he was in school and up to 12th standard in Goa, a farmer in Goa used to conduct a competition for school-going and college-going kids. The competition of eating watermelon.
Okay.
He used to get the best of the best watermelon, which is not even available in the market.
Yeah.
Whatever was produced in his farm, and he used to give that best watermelon to all these kids, asking them to eat the watermelon and give back the seeds.
Give back the seeds.
And the ones who were giving the maximum seeds, they used to win the competition and they used to have some cash prize. And this was happening every year. After a few years, Manohar Parrikar sir left Goa. He went to IIT and then he worked elsewhere. And after many years, he went back to Goa. Then one day he got to know about this competition again happening in Goa. He thought, okay, childhood memories, let me go and visit. He visited. That's when he was shocked to see that the watermelon size was so small there. He was like, what happened? He asked his friend. He was like, that farmer who used to conduct this competition passed away. His son thought, why to waste best watermelons in this competition? Anyway, I'm giving it free. Let me give the useless ones which can't be sold in the market. He gave all those useless watermelons to kids to eat, and they gave back the seeds of those useless watermelons. This dumb farmer, he went back and shown those seeds. So what happened? The result is same.
Yes.
He got back similar kind of watermelons. Next time, the quality got down.
Yeah.
So the same thing is happening with farmers. What are they doing? They send their educated son and daughter to
Work
cities,
for someone else.
and they keep their dumb son and daughter to work in the farm.
Yes.
You should put your best kids to work on your farm. They'll transform it. In fact, see, gone are the days where we used to say, I've got only 1 acre land, how much can I earn? I've got only 5 acre land, how much can I earn? Today, in fact, on Freedom app, in fact, we have a mentor from Pune, a lady who's got just 1 acre land. She's into spirulina farming.
Yes.
Can you imagine how much she earns from 1 acre land? 1 crore rupee per year from 1 acre land.
Yes. She has one of the biggest spirulina farming manufacturing unit in India.
Just imagine, just from 1 acre. So unfortunately, this is not being taught to us. So if we encourage our kids to take up farming, or if not getting into farm, like see, a lot of the software engineers and all, they're free in the weekend. But unfortunately, they get disconnected from their farm. I don't say everyone gets disconnected from the parents, but though they stay connected with the parents, they get disconnected from the farm. Actually, parents are also the reasons for it. What happens? They say, you don't understand anything. But they think, you're not visiting my farm. How do you understand all these things? They outright reject the suggestions from my kids.
Because parents are very skeptical to make changes at that age. They say that you don't have any experience.
That shouldn't be done. Give them a chance. Let them tell you what to do. Because they're studying, they are reading, they are exploring, they know the world. Let them tell you what to do, what not to do.
Yeah.
That's how you can make your farm and farming profitable.
Sure, because I have also, when I watched all the courses on Freedom app, when we interviewed so many farmers, we actually got in touch with a few people who are like MBAs, who left their high-paying job to work on their parents' farm. Like there is one guy, Suhas Bali. from Pune. He's growing all the exotic vegetables now, the red capsicum and all. Then there are many other examples, but these are very few people.
Absolutely.
You'll find them on Freedom app, but nowhere else.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for all these insights. And one thing that I've learned is that maybe, even like we have a very small farm in Himachal. Only my nani, that is my grandmother, she does small farming there. Maybe we should try and learn some techniques from them. Maybe then we'll get interest in farming.
Absolutely. We should get involved.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, when you know that your root is in farming, study about it.
Yeah.
We study about pop, we study about Western music, this bullshitting which doesn't give us any fun.
Correct.
Learn your roots. When you learn about farming, you'll develop more interest. Small changes will actually fetch you big income.
Sure. Thank you so much for all that knowledge. And to all the viewers, I would just like to say, if you are a farmer's son or daughter, or even if you are not, you have a farmland back in your hometown, try and learn about farming. The best place to learn, trust me, is Freedom app. You can download the Freedom app from the link in description below. We have many courses on basic farming, agripreneurship, how you can help your farm become better, how you can sell your produce better. Also, we have a lot of courses that talk about the new methods of farming like hydroponics, hydrophonics. And if you want to learn more about which crops are more profitable, Freedom app is the best place. Well, on that note, share this video with your friends and family. Hit the like button. This is your host Sugandh Sharma signing off.